Welcome back, guys. We're continuing on with this Making Williams Great Again challenge, and if you saw the last episode, you'll see that the game crashed on me around about this lap during this race. So we're at Spa. So what I've done is I've just Control-Alt-Deleted and rebooted the game up again. So I've fast forwarded to this point in the race again, and so far there's been a red flag and Magnussen and Perez are both out, and the rain is up to 0.82, so it's just at the point now where we're going to need to switch over to wets. So I don't know, because it's going up rather slowly. I don't know whether it would be a good idea to pit with one car, not both of them. They're pretty close as well, so yeah, I'm just going to pit with one car, probably Zhou first. And then I'll pit with Albon on the following lap. So let's have a look. If we put some inters on, yeah, we can basically go all out attack until the end of the race. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, so we've got Zhou pitting. Let's queue this one up for next lap and see how we get on. So we're currently 5 seconds behind Norris with Albon in 10th position, and we are almost 2 seconds behind De Vries in 13th. I think there might have already been some people, yeah, Bottas and Tsunoda have already pitted, so I don't know where they were in relation to us. So we'll see where the chips fall in a couple of laps time. So 10th and 13th. So let's check Zhou out. Let's see if he gets a good release. No, he got a bad release. He got a really bad release. Oh, gutted. So I've lost a couple of laps, a couple of positions there. But there's not much we can do about that. So there's a yellow flag, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a safety car. It's just yellow.
We've got a yellow flag here.
So Albon, Russell and Sainz are the only three that are still on slicks. So I think Zhou lost one position because he was 13th. So I think Zhou lost one position during that pit stop. Hopefully Albon doesn't lose too much. What's going on here? Nothing. Okay, so we shouldn't lose anything because we are the slowest car in the pits. So as long as we get a decent pit stop, we should get probably around about 11th, maybe 10th, hopefully. So we were 10th when we came in. Got a pretty decent pit stop. And we've come out in front of De Vries, so 10th and 10th. So we didn't lose anything there. But we did lose quite a bit of time on Norris. So we lost a bit of time with Albon and we lost a position with Zhou. It's not the end of the world. We're still in 10th and 14th, which is really good. So I need to decide what to do with Joe. Whether to try and build up his battery or just to let him race as he is and see what happens. So I'm just going to let him race as he is for a couple of laps. See if he can get the overtakes done without needing a battery. Russell has only just come into the pit. Be interesting to see where he comes out. So he's come out in front of Norris, so he's not a part of our race. So we're not going to be doing anything tactically with Albon. We're just going to be leaving him all out attack on both the fuel and the tyres. So Zhou is the only one where I need to decide what to do. I don't think he's at risk from anybody behind him. And I don't think he can overtake anybody other than Hulkenberg. So it's basically just me and Hulkenberg, Zhou and Hulkenberg. So I'll give it one more lap, just doing what we are. And then I might try and build up some battery if I don't manage to overtake him on the next lap. It does actually look like we're dropping behind him even though we're all out attack. I mean, we look pretty close. We look almost like we're close enough to make a move. We don't have DRS at the moment because the track is damp. There's a chance that we might get little dry patches where we do get DRS. And if that happens, then we can possibly get the overtake on him. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen without either DRS or a battery. So I think I am going to try and build up some battery. I could just try the top up. I never really used the top up. I think I've only ever used it once. So let's see how long it takes to top up. Well, I'm not losing any time on Hulkenberg doing this. I've actually got the overtake. Well, that was surprising.
Let's take
Let's
a closer
watch it.
look. Zhou Guanyu is the focus here. There's the opening.
Well, nicely done. Difficult
And
place
Zhou
to overtake,
Guanyu
that
makes
is.
it past.
Very surprised that he got the overtake there. So I'm not sure whether using the top up is actually a good idea anymore. Right, the track has dried out, which means that Hulkenberg is going to get DRS on us So let's use the battery and see if we can build up a
Yeah,
big
receive,
enough
we
gap
overtake usage.
so he
Copy.
can't overtake me with the DRS. Well, I almost managed to break the DRS, but not quite. Maybe through here?
So what?
Yeah, it looks like I have.
Yep.
Wonder if he'll get within for the next one. Well, that's looking pretty promising. So he's currently 1.5 seconds behind. Looks like he's dropping back. That's good. We're 2.5 seconds away from De Vries, so there is a chance that I could catch up to De Vries, but it's highly unlikely. We've got Stroll about to catch up to Albon, unfortunately. Obviously Stroll is on a much faster tyre than us, car than us, so there's nothing we can really do about that. Hopefully the track stays damp, so he doesn't get DRS on me. I'm actually catching up to De Vries really quickly. Interesting. We've got a yellow flag. Wonder what that's for.
Copy.
Sergeant. That's not going to make any difference to us. Right, just checking on the water. Water is going to remain until the rest of the race. So my two drivers have both got really good wet race stats, so their adaptability stat is really high, so I think that's why they seem to be performing so well. It's not the car, but it's the drivers themselves. Yeah, Joe is definitely quicker than De Vries. I wonder if I'm going to need a battery to overtake him though. Not sure if I've got enough laps left to attempt overtaking without a battery, then build a battery up if I fail. So it's a tough decision to make. Got another yellow flag, don't know who that was. Right, I'll give him one more lap and then I'm going to try and build up the battery. Albon's got a 4-second lead over Stroll, so as long as he doesn't crash, I'm looking like I'm going to get another point here. So hopefully through this twisty section, Joe will be able to pass him. No, it's not looking like it's going to happen, so let's see if we can build up a battery.
Recharge. Copy.
Well, he's actually dropped really far back trying to build up the battery. But I think it'll be worth it if I can get a full battery out of it. He's caught back up again. Yeah, he's right behind him again now. So we've got 50%, 66%. We are falling back a bit again. We've got 5 laps remaining. Albon is still 4 seconds ahead of Stroll. I've got 90% on the battery, so that should be enough now. So I need to get close enough to be able to deploy the battery on the main straight. So we're definitely close enough.
Five laps to go.
Right, let's get ready to deploy. I'll do it at the end of this. So just here.
Make sure you give some energy. Copy.
So it's looking like the battery isn't going to make a difference on the main straight, but it might make a difference on this twisty section. Well, Albon's almost caught up with Russell. Shame I haven't got any battery with him. It'd be really nice if the track dried up just for one lap. So the battery didn't actually help at all.
4 laps to go.
Might help here though. No, he only used 2% of his battery pretty much. Well, it's no wonder it's not going to help if you're only going to use a tiny little bit of it. Albon has caught right up to Norris, so I'm going to try using the battery with him as well.
Keep the head down. Keep the head down. Don't know what we have left.
I'm trying. Just keep pushing.
This is the section that I would imagine the battery helping in, but just not
Head down,
quite.
Okay, Alex, let's free them all up.
Well, we've basically depleted the battery now and we haven't managed to get the overtake done. The track hasn't dried up, so we're not going to get DRS. Look at him go, he's going for it, he's going for it. Go on! Wow! That was pretty much last attempt and he got it done.
I'll try my best.
Doing what you're doing. We're currently
That was the last little bit of battery he had left. So, very nice. Right, let's check on Albon.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Copy. Okay, we are low in the pack. Yep.
Yeah, he's dropped back and he's run out of battery, so looks like we're just going to finish in 10th, but I'm more than happy with that.
Two laps to go. Yep.
So, De Vries is currently 0.4 of a second behind Joe, so there is a chance that he could re-overtake me. But luckily, there's no DRS at the moment, so it's pretty unlikely. Well, Stroll has actually caught right up to us, so this might get a bit nerve-wracking on the final lap.
many laps are left?
Yeah, he's only 0.3 of a second
Probably the last
behind.
lap coming up.
This is going to be bad. So it's this twisty section that I'm worried about. Yeah, his car is so much better than mine.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
Well, I'm hanging on. Oh, it's close. It's really, really close. Last corner. I think we've got it. Happy days. I think we've got it. The finish line's right past this corner, so look how close that is, though. Oh, 0.3 of a second.
B10.
Fantastic.
Yes, boys, yes, yes.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you guys.
10th and 12th. Fantastic
Okay,
result for the
check the
lads. Obviously, if you saw the previous episode,
That's a
you will have seen that
masterclass drive from
Joe
Pierre.
had a massive accident, so probably a bit lucky that the game crashed. Let him redeem himself. Right, well, we got another point. They're each on 5 points now. Nice. We are currently... we got overtaken by McLaren. They're actually on the same points as us, but... So, who was that? Oh, it was Lando in front of us, wasn't it? Still though, I'm happy with the result. We got 1st and 7th in the pit stops. So we are still in 2nd place. Happy days. 4 overtakes, 36 defends. 6 overtakes and 2 defends. Well done, lads. And the drivers are improving. Even our head of aerodynamics is improving. Mid-season board review. Current position 7th. Sorry, target position 7th. Current position 8th. Unfortunately, because we got overtaken right on that race, we did not get the season objective. Score points in 50% of the season's races. 6 out of 12, so we're currently on 50%, but it's going to be a challenge to get that. Board confidence high, great. Give us an extra 1.5 million. So a couple of our parts have failed, so that's a little bit of cash that we're going to have to spend, but at least we didn't have Joe wrecking his car. Okay. Well, we may as well sort these out. Okay, we haven't got any of them, so we're going to have to swap onto this. Same here. Don't know which one of these is unread. Mark all as red. Okay, so what are we doing in terms of facilities? It was the suspension simulator was the next thing that I wanted to buy, which is 10 million. And the team hub and race simulator. So 2.8, 3.5. And then the weather center, 2.1. So I'll probably have a think about what I want to spend my cash on. But first, let's have a look at the manufacturing. We've got one underfloor being manufactured. So we need one front wing and one more underfloor. So let's buy a front wing. Oops. And then we want one more underfloor. And then it looks like we've got some more research that we can do. Now, one thing I wanted to mention, I kept forgetting to mention. One thing I noticed is with these minor technical changes, obviously it affects individual parts of the design. So let's say, for example, if we have a look at the underfloor, then it affects the top speed, the dirty air tolerance, and the 3 cornering. Well, the 3 cornering have got a reduced amount. So what we can do is, if we actually reduce the things that are going to be reduced anyway, then it increases the amount of points on the things that aren't going to get reduced. And so I think you get a net gain by not trying to develop the things that are going to get reduced anyway. So I think I'm going to carry on doing that from now on. So I haven't been doing that up to now, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll get a much better net gain doing that. Okay. So we've got a driver development update. So Albon's braking has gone up by 2. Zhou's braking's gone up by 1 and his accuracy's gone up by 1. And Oscar's, oh, it's not Oscar, sorry, it's Theo. I'm thinking of last game. Theo's overtaking and defending. Overtaking's gone up by 2 and defending's gone up by 1. So they're doing well, they're improving. Theo's actually looking like a half decent driver now. His smoothness is really low, but his control's quite a lot higher. That was one of the main things. And he's got a braking of 92, which is really good. So I'm actually tempted to use Theo. I don't know whether it's a good idea or not though. A lot of his other stats are not so great. But he's definitely a decent reserve driver. High confidence. We've had more money given to us. So we've got a bit of an excess of money at the moment. Now, one thing I was thinking was I'm probably going to need some powertrain stuff. So I need that. I'm probably going to need an an engine with Joe. Gonna need a new ERS soon. Yeah, and my gearbox is not looking too great either. So I think, what was it that I was looking at? I can't remember now. Oh, I think it was Joe's engine. So yeah, I think I might just buy the engine while I've got the cash. And then pit crew time. Obviously I've been doing all of this off cam because it could probably get a bit boring and repetitive. But basically my estimated pit stop can't go up any further. It's at the maximum. And my chance of mistake can't really go up any further either. So maybe it can go up a little bit more. Maybe my pit crew manager has increased his stats or something. But anyway, can I reset all this? Yeah. So let's reset all that. And then let's do pit crew stuff. So that has reduced the chance of mistakes. Okay, so it is still reducing the chance of mistakes. Now, the other thing I wanted to look at was the gym training. That does seem to be reducing the time as well. So I think 0.3 is as high as it'll go. I think anyway. Let's just see. See if we can get it any higher. No, so 0.3 is as high as it'll go. Looks like 0.52 might be as high. Yeah, that's as high as this is going to go. So basically, if we want, the only thing we can level up now is the car building. Now, I haven't bothered with any car building up until now, but seeing as it's the only thing I can level up, I may as well do it. Don't think I can get 2. Yeah, so 6%, so just have to reduce that, and then we're at 1%. That's fine. 0. I think 2 of these is going to be too much. 3%. Yeah, I'll just take one of them off. And then here we can add some more on. Okay, that is good enough for me. So if we confirm them changes and then have a look on the developments here. Yeah, so basically my pit crew had gone up to 91. My manager, it was at 90 before. So that's why I could increase the stats a little bit more. So I'm at maximum on all of the changing of things. The mistake chance, basically. and I'm at maximum on the time, the pit stop time. So all I need to do is do the car building now. Okay, well, I think that's everything. Next up, we're going to be at Zandvoort. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers for watching. Take care. I shall see you at Zandvoort.